friends, welcome back to my channel. Winter is literally one of my favorite times to wear fragrance other than fall, so I've gathered my top creme de la creme best winter fragrances for you. I've got some pretty heavy hitters for all budgets, all tastes, and we've got a few to get through, so let's jump right in. Starting with Eclair by Lattafa, and this is inspired by the viral Bianco latte. It is so beautiful, creamy, electronic, and very dreamy, almost whimsical. It's a gourmand dream, and I'm not a huge fan of caramel and fragrances, but I absolutely adore this one and have since love it first sniff. It has notes of caramel, milk, sugar, honey, white flowers, vanilla, praline, and musk. It's a reason why this is so viral. It's so easily liked. Other people are gonna really like it on you. I get a lot of compliments with this one. I also like to wear it while I'm inside being cozy, but you can obviously wear it out and about. For me, this lasts up to 8 hours on skin and on clothing and just makes the most fluffy, beautiful scent bubble. Next is Teriaq Intense, staying in the wheelhouse of Arabic fragrances. This is a flanker of their original Teriaq, which has had some mixed reviews, but this one right here is absolutely gorgeous. So it is definitely a warm, spicy, woody vanilla with notes of saffron, bergamot, plum liquor, cinnamon, amber, tonka bean, and benzoin. And when I tell you, this is so freaking addicting, and this might be one of the most beast mode fragrances in my collection. I sprayed this on one day and I smelled it 2 days after, and I obviously had showered multiple times. This is just so beast mode and potent, but it is so beautiful and smooth. If you love scents like Calmer by Lattafa, imagine that, but smooth it out, make it a little bit more feminine, a little bit more sexy, make it feel a little bit more niche, add that plum liquor, and you've got Teriaq Intense. This is one of those fragrances that can cut through the cold, get you compliments, and last all day and night. And the last Arabic fragrance is none other than Qissa Delicious by Paris Corner. This is one of the best marshmallow scents in my collection and one of the best marshmallow scents of all time. It's got notes of dark chocolate, whipped cream, orange, marshmallow, coconut, jasmine, vanilla, and white musk. And this one was a love at first sniff for me. A lot of people compared this to Sabrina Carpenter's Sweet Tooth, and I see the comparison, and I also see the comparison between Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. As soon as I sprayed this, I fell in love, and it lasts a really nice time on me. And for me, I mostly just get fluffy, creamy marshmallow. I know some people get the orange, and I know some people get all of the other notes, but I do get a hint of that dark chocolate, which really just adds to the powderiness and fluffiness. This might be my favorite scent from Paris Corner, and I definitely think you need to get your nose on this if you love marshmallow scents, and I know it's gonna work so beautifully during the winter. Next is La Vanille by Genre Parfums, and this is inspired by none other than Vanille Planifolia from Guerlain. So the original has notes of vanilla, spices, apopanax, amber, and musk, and this is one of the most luxe vanillas in the entire world and definitely in my collection. This smells like a wealthy lady's sexy vanilla. It really cuts through the cold and makes one of the most beautiful, intoxicating scent trails. I wear this all of the time. I wore this to my graduation dinner. I got tons of compliments. It does heavily feature vanilla, but the warm spices and the other nuances to this fragrance make it otherworldly. I've also heard some people that have tried the OG say that this one really does compare. The original is like $500 or $600, so until I can afford that one, I'm definitely going to be repurchasing this one because Genre did an amazing job with this. And this one lasts over 8 hours because if I spray this on myself, I will definitely smell it into the next morning. One time I sprayed it on my neck and it got on my hair, and until I washed my hair the next time, it smelled like this, which was an absolute delight. By the way, if you want to purchase from Genre, you can join their Facebook group. He does do ordering windows ever so often, so just join the Facebook group, and trust me, you'll know when the ordering window is because everybody goes crazy. And if you sign up for the emails, you can also get an email when it opens up. You place your order super easy, and I actually kind of like that it does it that way because there's no scarcity, there's no missing out, and trust me, that's when you want to get your hands on. Next is Black Opium Le Parfum, my favorite from the Black Opium line. This has notes of cinnamon, pear, mandarin, jasmine sambac, solar notes, orange blossom, 3 different types of vanilla: Madagascar vanilla, bourbon vanilla, vanilla absolute, coffee, patchouli, and vanilla orchid. So take the original Black Opium, add so much vanilla, and make it really nice and creamy. And you still do get a little bit of that Black Opium DNA, but it's in the background and mostly coming out through that coffee. It's warm, it's spicy, and it is so rich, creamy, and heavy on the vanilla. Although I do smell the solar notes, it's not a summery scent. The next one is one you'll definitely know if you've been watching my channel for a while, and it is Elizabeth & James Nirvana Rose. And although it's discontinued, you can still get your hands on it, and this was one of my first fragrances I featured in my first perfume video on this channel. It is one of the most beautiful, sexy, spicy roses, and it just has something that makes it so addicting. So it has pretty simple notes of May Rose, vetiver, and geranium. If you like the scent profile of spicy roses, I feel like this is a no-brainer. I absolutely love the bottle, and I feel like the bottle does a great representation of the fragrance fragrance inside. You will get compliments like no other, and don't let the vetiver scare you away. It's not oody, but it does have like an oud element. This is one I will keep repurchasing. I actually think I got this one on Mercari, so definitely check discount sites on Mercari, because when I tell you it's worth getting your hands on for the price and for the scent. Next is English Major by Sorce or Sorcellery, one of my favorite indie brands. This is so magical, you guys. This is one of my favorite fragrances in my collection. Oh my gosh, listen to these notes. Marshmallow, library books, Orris Absolute, Decalipus Absolute, I'm not sure what that is, carrot seeds, sandalwood, and fallen leaves. Just imagine being in a library on their most perfect gloomy day. It's transitioning into winter, and you have a cup of the most delicious whipped marshmallow drink. You have a book open that's been well loved and well used, but you can smell the pages of it, and you see the last few leaves falling off of the trees for the winter. I don't even know if I did it justice by describing this, but this is artistry in a bottle. This definitely lasts 8+ hours. If I wear it on my skin at night, it will definitely last well into the morning. A lot of perfumes lack a story or make you feel like you can build a world or a scene from it, and this does just that. Next, I have two from SNIF, a fragrance brand that I've been falling so in love with. Let me know if you'd like to see a house overview from SNIF. I really love the brand in general, and I love working with them. They're so kind, and the two that I have to feature are Naughty Nonna and Honey Sweet. Starting with Naughty Nonna. So this is a boozy fruitcake fragrance, and when I tell you I don't eat fruitcake, never have, don't ever plan on it because it's not my vibe, but this is my vibe. This smells like a vanilla pound cake soaked in the most boozy, delicious, smooth rum, drizzled with an actual sweet vanilla glaze, topped with candied walnuts with bits of candied orange and ginger inside. It is absolutely magical. And if you think it's not going to be wearable, think again, because they made the most wearable, delicious gourmand. I don't know how they did it, but I absolutely crave this scent. It literally screams holidays, but it's not one of those typical holiday scents that you could smell and you think it could be in a candle. So delicious, so scrumptious, and on the deep, deep dry down, I really just get vanilla glaze and pound cake. And next is Honey Sweet. This is really new to my collection, but boy, is it delicious. This is the perfect winter honey fragrance. It's honey, sweet, spicy, aromatic, a little woodsy. It has notes of honey, saffron, frankincense, vanilla, broom, cedar, lavender, and Nirvana. And do not let any of those notes scare you off, because when I tell you this is blended to perfection, I mostly get the honey, the frankincense, the vanilla, and a little bit of that broom and a little bit of that lavender. I kind of feel like this is if you mix a little bit of tobacco vanille with a little bit of Burberry Goddess with a little bit of its own thing, which is Honey Sweet, you'll get this. And they're not dupes by any means, but that's just what kind of comes to mind. The incense in this is beautiful. The lavender in this is done right. It's not screechy. It's not like aromatherapy oil. And the honey is really the star of the show. And the honey is one of the most gorgeous honeys I've ever smelled. Not animalic, not too floral. It's sweet, deep, and sophisticated. And I do smell a little bit of bourbon vanilla. It is just really one that you should get your nose on. Okay, so I saved my niche for last, starting with Gentle Fluidity Gold by MFK. I feel like this is the vanilla winter scent. It's a straight up vanilla powder scent, but it is so elegant and so well done. It also has notes of juniper berry, nutmeg, coriander, vanilla, musk, amberwood, and caramel. And I have seen some people kind of torn on this fragrance. This is definitely one to sample first, but I'm absolutely in love. And again, if you don't know, I don't really enjoy caramel fragrances too much, but this one is done so right. And I know a lot of people's bottles are turning purple, and mine is still clear, so I know mine has a long way to go, which makes me even more excited because it's already such a gorgeous scent. I always describe this one as the holidays at Bergdorf Goodman or Neiman Marcus or Saks Fifth Avenue as you're just walking through. Next is Orpheon by Diptyque, and this sparked my love for everything Diptyque. This one has notes of juniper berries, jasmine, powdery notes, cedar, and tonka bean. It's a very simple makeup, but something about this is just so complex and classy. Easy reach, unisex, not too masculine, not too feminine. Again, if you like powdery scents, I feel like this is definitely one to try, and a lot of people boast that this is one of their favorites from Diptyque. It smells so luxurious, so expensive. I don't even know how to describe this. I find that with a lot of Diptyque fragrances, they're kind of hard to put into words. They just make you feel some type of way. It's not too woody, even though I really enjoy woody notes in my fragrance. I feel like no matter what, it doesn't lean to anything. It's perfectly blended, and I definitely think it's worth giving it a try. Next is one of my favorite scent profiles of all time that led me down a rabbit hole. This is Gris Charnel Extrait. So I first started off with Liam Gray by Lattafa. Then I just decided I'm just gonna go for the Gris Charnel Extrait, and I could not be more excited. It has notes of cardamom, fig, black tea, iris, bourbon vetiver, cistus and cannas, sandalwood, Madagascar vanilla, tonka bean, cedar, and Indonesian patchouli. This is another one that I feel like is kind of hard for me to describe because it just does something to you when you smell it. I will say you kind of do have to like a little bit more unisex fragrances to enjoy this. It's not really feminine, but it works perfectly for women as well. I think that black tea is an Earl Grey tea note. The fig isn't figgy, it's not too green, it's not too sweet. None of the spices overtake the fragrance. The iris keeps it soft, powdery, and feminine. It is just one that I feel like you really should at least try on your perfume journey, and definitely in my top 5 if not top 3 fragrance scent profiles of all time. And last but not least, a fragrance that I just got for Christmas that literally screams winter, and that is the Soie Malaquais by Dries van Noten. This one is another dreamy, otherworldly scent that is hard for me to describe. The scent takes me away every single time, and it has notes of blackcurrant, bergamot, silk, rose, chestnut, and cacao. And I think the chestnut, silk, and cacao really make this a winter perfection fragrance. The rose in this is also really nice. They play together like a symphony. None of them stand out too much. It's still kind of like a clean girl, pretty, feminine, sophisticated fragrance. It's smooth, it's nutty, it's warm. The berry notes don't play out too much. This one deserves all the hype that you see. So if you want something flirty but clean, sophisticated, and sweet, and smooth, and silky, definitely be sure to check out Soie Malaquais by Dries van Noten. So yeah, those are my must-have winter fragrances. Definitely let me know what you're going to be wearing this winter and what I need to check out. And let me know if you have any of these and you love them and plan on wearing them this winter. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah.